Tea Talk with your host, formerly Royalty. Not formally like the artist formerly known as, but formally like this is officially Miss Royalty. Here, we discuss navigating life and adulting in marriage, parenting, pregnancy, grandparenting, working, social issues, school, being an entrepreneur, and so much more. Whatever your cup of tea, you are truly in for it. Welcome back to Royalty Talk Podcast. Today's episode is Kill 'em with Kindness. It's time for the tea, y'all. So today is World Kindness Day, and I thought what better episode to have than to talk about being kind and how that has happened or affected me in my life. I actually struggled with anger a lot growing up. Into my adulthood, things that I experienced caused me to be more angry. So, although I didn't want to be the angry Black woman, I was. I didn't project it out. So, I would say if people had something to say about me, they wouldn't say she was angry because I could be the life of the party. But behind that smile, like you could tick me off and boom, here she come in the room. Like I would go from 0 to 100 real quick. Um, so today was a good thing to talk about kindness. I was one where, if somebody, a teacher or something growing up said, "Oh, kill them with kindness," the part that would get me going was not the kind part. It was the kill 'em part. Okay. It was the part that I could be kind enough to get you. Get the got 'em, get 'em good. That was who I was and that would be my motivation. It wasn't, "Oh, I'm going to be so kind to you that you see that I am a great person. I'm really a good friend to have." That wasn't who I was. It was I'm going to get you back one way or another type of girl. And what I realized was it was the things that I had gone through that made me that person. And it wasn't a person that I really was or wanted to be. So when I look back, my first memory of someone who wasn't kind, I would say that person or the situation was something that was mean. So there are two instances that I can think of. One, I don't think I was in school yet. I think I may have been I'm not sure what age. I don't remember a whole lot of my childhood, but what I can remember is being torn from my aunt's house. I remember crying, kicking and screaming, being picked up and taken out of her house. And I think that may have been the day or the time that I had to move back with my mom. There's a period of time when I grew up that I stayed with my aunt and uncle, and they were raising me. And then I had to actually go live with my mom. So everything about me felt like this is mom and dad. So into adulthood, did not realize this is why I dealt with abandonment issues. This is why I was loyal to some people I should not have been loyal to. This is why I stuck by some people I should not have stuck by because of instances like this that weren't nurtured in a way that would let me know, hey girl, some moms don't come back for their daughters. Some moms don't come back for their children at all. This is a blessing that your mother wants you enough to say, I'm going to take you kicking and screaming because I love you that much. And then to still have the love of my aunt and my uncle too was a double blessing. But growing up, I felt like I constantly had to choose or pick, or I couldn't say that they felt like mom and dad still because it might hurt my mom's feelings. Or, I couldn't show that much love because I needed to make sure I nurtured the love of everybody else around me. So I grew up and that's what I did. I married a person that I nurtured them instead of getting that nurture back. And now I'm smart enough and wise enough to know that that wasn't how I needed to go about things. So that's a situation where I felt like some things were put in me that didn't nurture kindness and cultivate kindness in my life. Another situation I remember being maybe like kindergarten, first grade, and there was this little boy I thought was so cute, and I wanted it to be his girlfriend. He told me one day, he's like, I don't talk to black girls. Okay, so that was a problem for a few reasons. It was a problem because I had never dealt with any prejudice, and it took me a while to even remember that he said that to me. But it was also a problem because I didn't see myself as being the black girl. My grandmother and grandfather taught me, you are Indian. We have to put on this paperwork you're a black girl because of Jim Crow laws. So for me, I was thinking, you're absolutely wrong. Like, I'm Indian. Yeah, girl, you whole black, you whole Indian, you whole white, you got a whole lot going on in you. And I wish that our country, the USA, would nurture all the parts of who we are. And I think that we're growing and getting to that place, but we still have a long ways to go. So those are two instances that I can remember where I felt like people were kind of mean to me. Um, and a memory of kindness. I wanted to make sure that I balanced it out. So thinking back on someone who was kind, I remember lots of instances. And I'll say, although I had a lot of bad things happen to me, I did have a lot of good things happen as well. There were a lot of family members who stepped in to care for me that did not have to. So those are kind memories that I have. I had a kindergarten teacher, Miss Sharpless. Oh my gosh, she was an amazing black woman who showed me how to be kind. She was kind to every student in her class, every single student. And that impacted me in such a great way that I feel like today, the reason why I want to give out, the reason why I am so good with children, why children are my passion, is a lot about who she was in my life way back then. Even when the desk hit us, she would hit the desk back. Mind y'all, the desk didn't move. We moved. Okay. But that just taught us how much she cared. She was willing to get something that shouldn't have even been got for us, to protect us, to love us. Her classroom was a safe and secure place. And that is what kindness should be. You don't have to, or you may not be able to show kindness in a way that provides a safety net for someone, but a smile, a hug. You never know what a person needs. So if I could give you any advice, it's give what you have. Now, if your cup needs to be filled up and you may not have it to give, you just can't. But if you do have something that you can give out, give it. And there's a quote that I would love to end with, and that is, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Thank you for enjoying today's tea. Share, like, subscribe. I look forward to meeting with you next time. Blessings and peace, family.